Now we come to what has been said to me to be on par with most haunted places in Strasbourg, with the Gondor Mansion. Funny thing about this story is it was my first adventure in high school. Me along with my brother and our friends Ethan and Hammam checked it out. This was before it was renovated and turned into a house, which there are now local residents that live inside and turned it into a very beautiful property. At the time, we went ghost hunting and even went into the abandoned house. At the time, the house had a horse stable, a pond, and even once had a clubhouse that a local Boy Scout troop made, as I was told. We didn't find any ghosts until we left and shined a light into the basement and saw a figure with a red material that freaked us out, which we thought may have been a curtain, but when we thought about it, there weren't any curtains we noticed when we were there, so that freaked us out. Another tale is from a friend who actually lives by there. He, one time, went there to camp with his uncle. They both set up and a fire, waited till sundown. He told me that when sleeping, he heard something outside, and they checked it out and found nothing. They dismissed it as just a squirrel or something that would be running around at night. Upon getting in the tent, though, he let out a scream because he felt someone grab his shoulder behind him while his uncle was in front of him. They both left and never went there at night again. So you're probably thinking, why is this place called Hell's Funnel, and how did it get its name? It happened with only one day in the early 20th century, while working at when the property used to be a sawmill. There was an accident where a man slipped and the saw blades dismembered either his hands or his whole arm. The property is on the outskirts of Strasbourg, so getting to a hospital wasn't much of an option. So the man instead rushed home and sat on his front porch to see his family one last time. His wife, instead, only saw her husband suffer and eventually bleed out and die. His wife, going into a depressed state, decided to then take her own life to be with her husband. The property is said to be haunted by the both of them. The pond by the house is said to have spirits seen over the top of the water. There are also stories of a woman spirit walking around the area of the pond, or on top of the surface too. Some people claim to have been scratched by something while approaching the pond or grabbed. My friends who I mentioned before camped by the pond when he was grabbed, so it has more substance when I hear people claim that. Yet that is only one of the stories I've heard. There is another with a way darker turn. This one starts just like the first story of a man cutting off his hand or arm with a saw blade while cutting a log. It was his good hand that he used to work with too, so not being able to work his job due to his disability, the sawmill fired him, eventually not being able to work. This angered the man, so with his other hand he picked up an axe and headed back to the sawmill. Seeking revenge, he hacked up all of the workers in at the time, then took his own life. Story has it that all those souls became trapped there, forming a tunnel right to hell. That's why you see spirits there, because they are damned souls that escaped hell, and ones on their way into hell, or perhaps the souls the man killed lingering in the place, trapped where they were killed. If you look at the trees there, as well above the road, they curve inward. Hey guys, thank you for listening to today's Creepypasta, and I hope you enjoyed. I do have a podcast called The Murder House Radio Show. Check it out, the link will be in the description below. It is a true crime podcast. But if you did like, comment, subscribe, and share for more. Hit the bell notification when you subscribe and select all to get all notifications whenever I upload. I upload 6 days a week, Monday to Saturday, at least one video a day. Now all the long episodes and full series of creepypastas are on all major podcasting platforms under the name deadly_zone_narrations. There will be a link in the description for them. Also, go follow all the social media accounts. They are in the description below. I do have a subreddit called Deadly Narrations. The link will be in the description. Also in the description below are the sources to the creepypasta and the music used, so go check those out. Let me know what creepypasta you would like to hear next, or if you have your own you would like me to narrate. Or if you have a creepypasta series you would like to hear, send them to me on any of the social medias in the DMs or to my email address, which is also in the description, or leave them in the comments below. Also in the description is the author's social medias if they have any listed. But that's it for today's creepypasta. I hope you enjoyed. Until next time in the Deadly Zone, stay deadly and stay spooky.